Hi first graders and happy Wednesday. I am so excited to start our poetry writing today. I feel like it's been a while that we have done writing workshop. So today, all week you have been reading about kindness and brainstorming ways that you are kind. Today we're going to take those ideas and we're going to put them into writing. I just want to remind you that sometimes poetry doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to have a steady beat. But in today's poem, we are practicing repetition. The repetition is in the first sentence begins with the same words. Every sentence that we write in our poem today is going to start with, I can be kind by. That is one of the things that we study in poetry. It is part of poetry. Repetition is what makes poetry like a song, what helps it to stay in our head. So today's lesson in poetry is using repetition when we write. So your ideas that you came up with are now going to go on a piece of paper, and then you're going to illustrate it. You'll probably have 2 days to work on this. You'll probably be able to finish it, and it will be done by Friday, and then next week we'll move into some other piece of poetry that you're going to work on. Okay? All right, so yesterday I brainstormed. Monday I brainstormed ideas. Yesterday I took those ideas and I wrote them, as you can see, on my big paper. And today now I have my writing paper that you probably have in your packet. This is one form that I gave you. It's the one with the lines and the boxes on the top. And you can use that paper, or if you want to choose a different piece of paper to write your poem on, you can. I gave you an assortment, so choose whichever you like. This is your writing, and you can pick whatever paper you want to write on. Okay, so everybody, the title of your poem, and I put 2 pieces out just in case I need an extra piece because I don't want to have to squeeze the words in at the bottom of the page. I think that looks sloppy. Okay, so if you need an extra piece of paper, go into your packet and grab it. I brought out 2. We'll concentrate on the first one so you don't get too mixed up. And if we need that extra one, we'll have it ready. Okay, and notice I picked the paper with the big square on top because I want to draw a big picture to show how I am being kind. So everybody's title, just like the poem, is I Can Be Kind. And that's what you're going to start with on the top of the paper. The first line is your title. So you can begin by writing, I can be kind. Okay, and notice with the title, the first word begins with a capital letter. Okay, you can even underline it if you want to. I'm just going to leave it like that. So I can be kind. Well, what do I do next? The next step is to take your first idea. And my first idea was, I can be kind by smiling. Well, that's my first sentence that's going to be in my poem. Okay, so I can be kind by smiling goes on the next line. I can be kind by smiling. And I'm going to put my period because that's the end of my sentence, just like I did here on my paper. Okay, my second one, I can be kind by offering a hug. There's my repetition. Notice that the poem has the same 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in each sentence. That's repetition. Say repetition. Good. I can be kind by offering a hug. Perfect. Okay, now I could get fancy when I'm all done with my poem. I'll show you something that you could do to be fancy. But if you want, you could take those first 5 words and you could put them in a different color. You could kind of like highlight them with a different color marker. Now I'm writing in marker right now because I want it to show up on the paper, but you should be writing in pencil because if you make a mistake, you can erase your mistake. So please make sure you write in pencil, not in marker when you go to do your poem. Okay, just a reminder. All right, now my next line of my poem says, and I'm just going to curl it up a little bit so you can see it. This one's a long one, which makes me think I'm going to need that second piece of paper, so I'll have it handy. My next line says, I can be kind by saying please and thank you. So I start my repetition. I can be kind by saying please and thank you. Period. And I ran out of room, so I'm going to get my other piece of paper. Now, I just want you to also remember, if I'm spelling I can be kind correctly up here, I should be spelling I can be kind by correctly there and also on the last line. Okay, that's something that you have to be careful of as a writer. If you're spelling the word correctly in the beginning, it should be spelled correctly throughout the entire thing. Okay, you don't want to spell it incorrectly. Okay, so if it's repetition, it's going to be the same thing. Okay, and the next page is my fourth observation, my fourth brainstorm, which is I can be kind by giving a compliment. Okay, so just like I did on my first page, come zooming in, I'm going to start here and write I can be kind by giving, can I fit it there? Yeah, giving, you always want to eyeball if you're going to fit the word, giving a compliment, period, and we're going to end it with I can be kind, exclamation point. Okay, so let's read my poem. I can be kind. I can be kind by smiling. I can be kind by offering a hug. I can be kind by saying please and thank you. I can be kind by giving a compliment. I can be kind. Okay? So your job today is going to be to write your poem. Tomorrow your job is going to be to illustrate. So after you're done with your writing, you're going to illustrate your poem, just like any other writer would do if they're writing a book. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly, if you want to make it fancy, to point out the repetition in your poem. I'm going to choose 4 different colors, and I'm going to just go over my letters to make it pop out more, to make it a little fancier. Okay? Okay, so I have my 4 colors. I picked blue, pink, orange, and yellow. And I will start out with the pink. And all I'm going to do is go over the first 4 lines in a pretty color to make it pop. So when someone goes to read it, it stands out a little bit more. And you can see the repetition. I can be kind by, I'm going to do orange. Nope, I'll do yellow. It's like I'm highlighting it, sort of, right? I can be kind by, there's my repetition again. I'll do blue. Now when you do it in pencil, it will look a little bit better. Right now I have it marker on top of my marker, so it's kind of runny for the yellow, the lighter colors, but when you do it in pencil, you won't see it so much. It'll be beautiful. I can be kind by, and my last one will be orange. I can be kind by. Okay? That looks pretty. I like that. I like it a lot. Now, if you want to do 4 different colors, or if you want to do a pattern, if you want to do blue, red, you can totally do that. If you just want to choose one color to highlight the repetition in your poem, it is up to you. It's your poem. So here we go. I'll zoom in closely so you can take a look at it. It looks really, really cool. And do you see how it's popping out now because I went over it with a different color? That's showing your parents, and it's showing your other teachers and your classmates that you understand what repetition is. Repetition is the repeating of words in a poem. And repetition, it helps the poem stay in your head so you remember it. Okay, so that's your lesson for today. Your lesson is to take your brainstormed ideas, the sentences that you created, and you're going to put them on a piece of paper that you're going to publish. It's going to be your celebration writing. And then tomorrow on Thursday, and hopefully Friday, you'll be finished. But tomorrow's lesson is to illustrate your poem. So tomorrow you'll see Mrs. Sirigliano's illustrations and how I go about planning my ideas of how I'm going to draw my picture to go with my poem. I Can Be Kind. Okay, have fun, enjoy. See you later.